Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and today we're going to be playing some brews and some kind of more known decks. What we have up first is a Mardu, so black, white, red, primarily black, white, splash red Clerics deck. So Clerics I enjoy playing. They haven't been anywhere near as competitive as I'd like them to be. I like these kind of synergy aristocrat style decks. During the early access event, we tried with Aura to try to have like a recursive graveyard theme. This version is actually looking to play Showdown of the Skalds as the only red card in the main board. And really what we're trying to do here is leverage the extra card draw, make our small dudes bigger, and then give it evasion with Maul the Skyclaves. So similar to what like the Boros deck is doing, but having that tribal synergy. There's also like a life gain kind of matters sub-theme between Speaker of the Heavens and Righteous Valkyrie, both wanting to have 27 or more life. You can either create angels with the Speaker or give your entire team a +2/2 boost. Valkyrie also lets you gain life off every single one of your clerics coming into play. Every creature in our deck is a cleric minus Luris, which is just good value to get back all our other creatures, and a couple All Seeds as protection. Rounding up our suite, we have Archfiend's Vessel, a 1-mana 1/1. Notably, with Luris, you can bring it back, get a 5/5. Same with like Agadeems, get it back, get a 5/5 flyer. Luminarch, just really good in these types of decks, allowing you to buff your small creatures over time. We're playing a couple Skyclave Clerics. Gains you life, decent blocker, and in a pinch can also be played as a land. Cleric scales with each time you gain life, gets to be a pretty big blocker on its own, or attacker. And like you said, you have the Maul to kind of go over the top of your opponent. We're playing both the Agadeems and the Amiria's Call as our kind of dual lands. And the way we're splashing Showdown is by Trinome and 8 modular pathways. The sideboard, we'll see how it goes. Some Duress versus like all these Sultai decks. Soul Guide Lantern versus like Rakdos. Valky for the grindier games, you can play it out as its walker side. So just another way to go long when they're bringing in a lot of removal. Roiling Vortex is very good against the slower decks, in particular Sultai Ultimatum. If they search through their deck, they take 5 damage each time. Skyclave Apparition as more catch-all removal. Crippling Fear is really good against kind of the go-wide strategies. A good way to kind of one-side rogues as well, because we keep most of our stuff. And then Heliod's Intervention, just Henges, Cleaves, even against mono red, they have like Annex, that's an enchantment creature, other Scald's decks. So there's a lot of targets with the Heliod's Intervention. So we will try this out, see how it goes. I think I'm in like I dropped to 98%. I haven't played ranked too much the last few days. So we'll see how this goes. Hey, Freebird, thank you. I would like Clerics to work. I generally will play it every couple weeks just to see is now Cleric's time to shine. Playing 216 on the ladder. Nip Elemento. So probably expecting a lot of like gruel based decks, or I think this hand is fine. 1, 2, 3. That's good. Don't have to take the damage there. Prefer Luris a little later game. We can get some value, so I'll probably do this on 3. It's probably a better play. Make this black mana on 2. Okay, Brushfire. I think here sooner we could get this at a Bone Crusher range, the better. Because then next turn I can Skyclave it as well. No play here. So this is an interesting turn. Because if I stomp... Because I'm getting this out. If they have Stomp, they kill my Speaker. So I don't want to put it all in on the Speaker. But if they kill my Speaker, it's fine. They need to have the Stomp here. If they don't, then it's pretty advantageous to us. This is likely Stomp. Soul Seer. Okay, that's fine. That was their whole turn. I can go Scald's next turn. I can go Luris, play Speaker of Heavens. That's a lot of damage coming through. Shit. Okay, that's actually not bad. This gives me the first strike. If I equipped, I can't block this though. If they have Cleave, then I'm dead anyways. Can play Scalds out, doesn't do too much. Luris can at least block Questing Beast for a turn. I think we're holding back a turn. Gives us a chance, because with the Death Touch and Cleave it still gets us, so we'll see. Yeah, this is likely Cleave. Can't really do much to play around that. So we have Valkyrie. This gains equal to its toughness. Let's live a little dangerously. We gain 5 this way. Oh, I actually can't block here. So if they have a land, I'm dead. So that was wrong. I needed to Luris that turn. Yeah, they just... If they see the line they equipped, I'm dead. Yeah, not enough. If we didn't have to shock, we were actually alive on 1. And we might have been able to kind of get out of that. So this is a Skyclave Crippling Fear matchup. Coming out... The Luris are probably too slow. They're going to bring in more like 3 damage removal spells. Probably just get rid of All Seed. 24, 27. So just get rid of the calls. Or keep a call. I just don't want that many painful lines. Thanks, Atlife. Appreciate it. There's a little bit of a non-bow with the Skyclave and the Crippling Fears, but okay. I think we keep this hand. We have this as a good catch-up. I think what we're putting back is probably Aspirant. Really wish we didn't have the tap blind here. So I'm going to go Cleric of Life's Bounty on 2. And then play Speaker of the Heavens on 3. It is worse if they have a Stomp So I'm going to set this up on black for the Crippling Fear turn. If it's just Bone Crusher, we kill it with Heartless. And then I'm probably going to just try to keep this going. I got a lot of removal, which is nice, but I don't know how far this 1/1 can carry us. It's not a lot of pressure while they draw out of it. It might have been... Nah, because even just blocking Questing Beast doesn't really do it there. We needed to trade with it while we were big enough. I guess we survived that turn. Or we trade favorably. So hopefully this turn's just like Questing Beast out of them. Okay. So I think we're going to Crippling Fear here. Just take the 2-for-1, hold up the Act. I can wait one more turn. This does put them on Cleave. Vigilance is actually quite meaningful here. That's annoying. So, with Righteous, can't do enough. So the question is, do we let our speaker die? Take a hit from it. I think we're keeping our dude alive. We take one hit from it, but then it's fine because we have Righteous coming back. If we draw land, we can Righteous and Heartless Act whatever they play out. Goldspan's annoying. Not drawing there kind of sucks. So we get back our speaker. Hopefully they don't have like another Cronin. Back-to-back dragons is really rough. Because they'll have 6-7 mana here. Are you kidding me? They just draw everything? Well, can't do much when all your opponent's doing is ripping mulls like no tomorrow. Or Goldspans. And we just never draw another land. So we needed like Valkyrie. I'm doing this to have another blocker. I can block the Goldspan and the Kazandu. If they hit me just for 5, then I'll take it. Don't think I love that attack by them. So I can gain 6. That puts me on a 2-turn clock. That also lets me play around Embercleave. Yeah, I think we're okay. The attack that game gave us enough. And like they have to hold back this gold span now. See, if they just attack with Kazandu, it forces me into like a weird block potentially. And then they had the double blocker back. I don't understand why you don't go face there. Still have first strike, so I can deal with these profitably. If we draw another cleric, we can play both of them out. This little speaker is doing all it can to keep us alive. It's a stupid fly that keeps flying in between my glasses. So I'm just going to hold this back, pretend like we have something in hand, potentially. Next turn I can equip one onto the Valkyrie, gives me 2 attackers. Can block here, throw in a block like there. 10 damage off cleave isn't enough. Yeah, it's still 15. So block here, block here. Even with the cleave it's 15, but I gain life. Got him. Got him! 3 triple dragon, not enough. So they have Soul Seer. They could have Henge. They've shown Stomp. Still want Scalds to grind with them. I think we keep it as is. Still have 23, 26 lands effectively. Do I want Luris over anything else? I still think I want this. But does this get much else out of the way? Do I want like a Heliod's instead? Doesn't really do much against Goldspan. I think we're just gonna run it back like this. Does a mull to 6 as well, with a little bit awkward of a start. This hand is not what we want. This hand is good. White, white. So the question here is, do we think we could hit another land? If so, Maul has more upside. Skyclave's removal. I think we want to race in this matchup. And we're probably just going to go Savai. Yeah, I could see the Vessel maybe going back. Because that lets me play this out. Drawing Scalds is good here, though. So no blocks here. If they just attack with this, this could kind of hold them back from the Lovestruck Beast. This will be kind of indicative of whether or not they have the removal. Because if they have removal, they're going to want to hold it up. Okay, they don't. Drawing another Scalds there is a little awkward. So block there. I want either an untapped land or a play here. We only have 4 untapped lands. We have 2 in our hand. Everything else comes into play untapped. I guess other than the Skyclave Clerics, but at least that's a play for us this turn. Gives us a blocker. They still have removal. We're not out of like damage range yet. Aspirant would be good as well. If they have Cleave, it's a bit awkward. If they're using Smashing there, I'm fine. Your whole turn to kill my 1/1. I'll take that. Okay, untapped land or a spell. How about neither? This isn't terrible. I can name Clerics, clean up their board potentially. Probably going Showdown here though. Just get ahead on some card advantage. They notably don't have anything in the graveyard. Okay, yeah, no. That's actually an interesting turn. I think we are doing Crippling Fear here. Actually, Crippling Fear doesn't deal with the ooze. So, yeah, I think we're dead here. We needed an untapped land last turn. No spell last turn. It's going to be the game. This means we're only taking 4 this turn, unless they have another 1/1. We had to do that, otherwise we are dead. I think we need to fix the removal in the sideboard. I'm not a fan of the Skyclaves in this deck. I think we want cheaper interaction. I think we just need to try for a 1-drop here. Can also hit a land. Are you kidding me? The old take 3. Because now we're dead to any removal on this. Our deck has so many cheap creatures. Have to block there. This is really frustrating. Like if any of these were like Heartless Act or something. I need a 2-drop or a land. Kind of screwed either way. Because I do this, I exile this, Heartless Act this. I guess I could double Skyclave here. Well, we don't really... I wanted the Valkyrie for life gain because we still haven't seen Stomp out of them. I'm doing this, although this is bigger, I can go over the top. This gives a bigger token. This also enables them to have more card draw. Next turn I can Scalds again and then hold up the Heartless Act. Or they just top deck Stomp. You know, or you just not have logic and doesn't matter. Alrighty. That one is a little unfortunate. Drew 3 of our top lines and then none of our subsequent lines. These Skyclaves not been good here. I think we just want eliminate. And I actually like this Crippling Fear quite a bit. Although it didn't hit some of the bigger things. Maybe we want Extinction Event. No, I think we just do Crippling Fear. Let's try it like that. We can do a Soul Seer. We're not always guaranteed red mana. But we'll try this one out. Welcome everyone, I'm MTG Joe. We are testing out some Mardu Clerics. Just took a loss to Gruel, but that did some cool things. I think as we refine the sideboard a bit. I think I know this person. Hey Paragon, how's it going? Why do we keep drawing this shitty land? I think this is Civics, man, or another streamer. Let me see if I could find them on Twitter. Well, Mono Red Andy is not where we want to be. Nice. What are you looking to try out? No blocks here. Sorry, I'm just messaging him. Here. Just getting some life. I think we gotta hold back this turn. Annex, that's fine. Nice. I got my Jund deck that I'm working on. Still want to attack? Another Annex. So these are actually pretty good at stonewalling mono red. We'll kill this Annex. We're going to be able to go pretty wide here, but any sort of life gain benefits us here. Or they can just... So I can set up Luris. I can make these 4 and 5 power respectfully. I think we do this. This is the most mana efficient. Throw in a block there. Okay, so... So let's go to blocks. Block here, block here. Block here, block here. See what he does. So we'll give protection. I'm hoping Muxus gets banned just to not have to deal with that. And potentially something to lower the power of the thing decks. Okay, so... Sorry, one sec. Let me just see how this turn plays out. The... whatchamacallit? Sack decks. Sorry. Brain was bananas. So... I think we just set up here. Insulate our life total a bit. He will have to keep something back. I think Engine's easy enough to fight against. It's not that hard of a... Like, it does powerful things, but there's so many ways to hate against it. That's actually really annoying against us. Hey, okay. Okay. Not a bad draw. Yeah, and it could be BTE. I don't think BTE is like the be all end all. That's annoying. Okay, Maul one time. One time Maul, because we're taking 10 off this in the air. What did I say? So I can go flyer, which I have to. Because this isn't enough to hold it back. Can attack here. gain some life. They can double block here. Okay, I think we're just doing that. I need like a Heartless Act. Showdown would be good. Luminarch. We're still bigger, which is nice. I can just start. Okay, that's an aggressive line. Okay, so I'm gaining 3. I'm taking 1, 7, 8. $13, so we're probably gonna have to. Sovereign, thank you for the follow. Appreciate the support. Okay, so that does 10. I take. Actually, that only does 5. So I'm blocking there. I'm gaining a life there. I'm gaining 4 life. I'm taking 5. That nets 1 down. I think we're okay blocking like this. Now, if they don't have a blocker, they're dead. Okay, they got the charger. So they have to block here with the 7. Okay, so if they block there, they're taking 12, 15, 16? 12, 14, 15. So I'm 1 short. This is probably dead anyways. Actually, I'm going to make them make that decision. Because I'm getting 5 here. And then I can move this mall to my speaker. So now they either need to hit that. BTE's got probably the most kind of feels good to feels bad card there is. Like any turn other than the first, it's bad. Okay, so they can only auto. Well, they can equip to the Faceless. That's us trading there. Taking 1. All right, doing some work with the Clerics. Surprised we got that well against Mono Red. Crippling Fears and eliminates. There is an actual rationale to go this route. but I think we're holding off. Gonna Cutlass in this matchup. Doesn't favorably block anything. They're bringing in more targeted removal. And I just don't want to tap out like late. I want to keep this top end, I think. I think similar to the other game, I'm going to trim a couple of these lands. I'd rather have Skyclaves as a potential blocker. One more cut. Valkyrie's good. Still a 2/4 body. This gives us protection. Crippling Fear gets rid of most of their stuff, which I like. Maybe on the play, but we're probably going to be trading a lot of 1-for-1 like we did that game. Okay, let's go down 1 Archfiend. It's the lowest upside 1-drop. How's everybody doing today? We got a couple decks we're trying out. Probably run one more, depending on how long this match goes. Probably keep this. We do need another black source, but doubling Crippling Fear on the draw is pretty good. No. Reclamation could go away. I hate that card. Nexus could come back. Nexus without Reclamation is fine. It's a good way to prevent you from decking out, and I think it'd be a good countermeasure because with Uro gone, then Rogues we'll probably see an uptick to some extent. See, I like, because the thing, so I was playing the Sultai Elementals list with Yarok, like the old Yarok field deck. That one you typically drew out your deck. So Nexus was a good way to just amass. Yarok field was a shit. That was my jam. Okay, no play on 1 is good. Rimrock. No, field's not coming anywhere. I guess I should have let them attack first to see if they pumped it in any way. Yeah, that was wrong. Okay, I am not blocking. If they don't have Soulseer, I am gaining a lot of life. Can I have a land? Should have been specific. Could I have a land that works with Righteous Valkyrie? Yeah, Yark Field was really cool because it wasn't like the traditional ramp, and you could kind of grind out a bit more. Plus, it feels like you're playing an EDH deck. Okay, so we have options. I think what we're doing this turn... I guess we wait till their turn. I know this is going to die, but I'm going to use it as a blocker. Just to keep some life total. So I'll do this on combat. Okay, so they can cleave anyways. So let's make them spend all their mana. Yeah. So now I get to attack in with this, gain a life, and then sweep their board. That's fine. Well, they're not resolving anything anytime soon. Actually, Nymph. Look at that! Nymph Tribal. That's fine. They have to hold this back. I can attack for 2. Yeah, I think we got him. So I can Valkyrie again. That doesn't do enough. So what I can do here is if I name Nymph, then my stuff survives. Okay, that's fine. I have another Valkyrie. This puts me to 27 life as well. Got him! Okay, this deck's pretty sweet. Oh, we got a pack. See what we got. Calamity Bear. So we are on some Mardu Clerics, basically black-white Clerics splash for Showdown of the Skulls to give us some card advantage in the late game. I kind of don't like Luris. I'm wondering if we cut the Luris, play just like Selfless Savior. Because, like, we want to protect our things, and we don't always have mana for the All-Seed. Let me try a version like this. Just run it like that. I think we're pretty good otherwise. Crippling Fear has been fantastic because this gives us protection where they can't hit us. Like, we don't have to, hold up mana. Let's run one more with the deck. I think goes another streamer that we just played. Oh, this is a streamer for sure. Sarquise. See if we broke the meta. Just gonna see if we get some coffee going. Opponent goes first. They're on Luris, which means rogues. So keep. You know what I realized? We don't have any cards, escape cards. That is an oversight. This Agadeem's is going to come in pretty clutch, though, potentially. See if they have Drown in the Lock. You know what card's going to be great in this matchup? Crippling Fear. Okay, so get the Drowned out of them. Yeah, our last match was against another streamer. Okay, so they're just going Luris here. It's pretty free attack there. So no red mana for Scalds, which is pretty bad. We need another black source. Well, 2 more black sources. What do we have in the yard so far? Cleric, Aspirant. Haven't hit any of our 3 drops. They could just be playing out Luris here. Like no value Luris. Yeah, that kind of gets us. It's just a bit annoying. So I'm doing this. If they block here, I want to gain a life to make this 3 power. And then I have the second Selfless Savior anyways. They may also question the block here with Luris. And then since this dies anyways, I'm going to sacrifice it. We're making them think. Kind of giving away our showdown tech. So what we really need here is either a life gain or another black source. Another black source would be great here, especially with opponent tapped out. Lets us get back Luminarch and Speaker. Okay, well, out of any card we could have drawn, we'll gladly take that one. I think we're just attacking like this. I should have tapped in a way to leave up a black mana to make it seem like we had something. There's no 1 mana black removal, but there's like deadweight style effects. This is protected against Heartless Act. Another Valkyrie is also good. The thing is, like, at this point, they probably have counter spells that we have to be conscious of. We may just be throwing this away at a certain point. Opponent's using those timeouts. These timeouts bode pretty well for us. Like, the longer they use clock, post board, we can become even grindier. Kind of annoying. Notably, though, they tap out, so if we draw sick. This gets bigger. It's probably just like protection spell in Luminarch. And then it's just a matter of getting this big enough. They can do Thought Thief here. The thing too is they can just keep bringing back a blocker each turn, which is part of the reason why I'm trying to make another 3 power. Ideally would have loved to do this for 3, but I think with shields down and them having 6 cards in hand, we had to take that opportunity. Still 2 Scalds with 6 red sources left, so it's a little bit awkward because we need to draw both. If we are able to draw a Maul, I think we have 2 left in our deck. Krabby. Well, it's basically what we needed. I don't think we're great in this game 1. But we're going to run down their clock a bit more. And then we'll be able to board accordingly. I think I want some like shades in the side maybe. So we'll bring in Duress, Crippling Fear, and Eliminate. Take out Agadi or okay. Gonna make them react first, and then I'm gonna kill Luris. So this takes them off reoccurring blockers. Next turn, this can trade with the Valkyrie. Okay, main phase Thieves Guild. They gotta go to hand size. Valkyrie would have been good. Oh, they're digging. They need answers. I think... Okay, so they're gonna try to mill us. There goes our other Maul. Got another Cleric. I got a Miria's Call that doesn't do much. 2 more Heartless Axe, which would be nice. Cleric doesn't do huge amounts here. Showdown. I have 1 red source, so Showdown's probably the worst draw we can have. Unless we go Triome into Showdown following that, but they've still shown 3 Drown in the locks. Call of the Death Dweller might be better than like the Luris. This has been better than thing as well. Okay, well, we said if we had that, it would work. So we take the trade here. I think we're fine doing that. Because the dangerous thing there is then they can respond. Okay, so we have 2 Scalds left. Scalds 1 time. We're out of Valkyries. Amiria's Call, we're still off. That's annoying. Triple Crab. Fabled Passage, it's 18 cards. Yeah, so I don't think we win game 1 here, but they've used 7 minutes more. Okay, so we got a Heartless out of the way. And 1 Scalds. I have 1 Heartless left. At this point, I'm probably dead. They just get card draw here. But we'll run more of their clock, bring in our removal. There's our other Scalds. We have 3 cards left in our deck. Do have a Heartless. So I lost this, but let's make them run through some more time. The opponent just did enough to stay alive. Unfortunately, they got to see our entire deck as well. Shaved off like another minute or so. Opponent was playing slow, so. I think on the play we're going to play Vortex, though. Actually, on the play we should probably play Vortex. You don't do a huge amount. 24? That's where I want to be lands. Maul is good because it goes over the top. Archfiend's Vessel's decent. Don't want Duress. Maybe no showdowns. Just try to go aggressive. The thing is, they can tempo us back. But I think I like going aggressive. Maybe 1. Still playing 24 lands. The Vortex are in. On the play, we'll play Duress. Because like that game, we needed 4 points of damage. If we had a Vortex out, to an extent, they're going to have to play somewhat defensive against us, I would imagine, unless they can quickly pivot the corner, but we have incidental life gain that can also help swing that race. Mission is not having any escape cards. Yulmi Knight, thank you for the follow. Appreciate the support. Okay, so getting that around Heartless Act is good. Just gonna take my headphones off for a sec. I'm getting coffee delivered to the door. So with Aspirin out here, it's pretty good. Okay, so they're just gonna Chiefs here. Can't double spell anyways. This has a higher upside. They also can't Blood Chief's Thirst, my Righteous Valkyrie. They have Heartless Act. Okay, they have crab. You can drown it now. Wish we had one more white source. I could have got speaker going as well. But triple black for Agadeems will be nice. There's a very real chance opponent goes to time. I guess if they have Thought Thief, I should have made this 3 power. Yeah, they would have just responded to it. That's fine. Make this 3 power here. That's annoying. Gonna wait probably one more turn. Since we milled over one of our wraths. This could get a counter out of them. Okay, that's also fine. So 2, 2, 3. See if they mill us more. Punished. Like, it shouldn't make much difference in terms of hitting our land drops. Problem is now they're going to have, like, ample resources in hand. We're in a crippling fear this turn. Try to bait a spell out of them. Dog's interesting. Give me a sec. Thank you. They probably have a counter here, but it forces them to tap out some amount. They brought in negates against us. It's an interesting call. Just gonna hold back. They can go second Thought Thief here. Yeah. So they would have been able to double block. At the very least, we probably want Call of the Death Dwellers somewhere in here instead of Luris. Okay, well, they weren't lions. Needle Verge. Just put Luris to hand. Did they hit all our sweepers? One more crippling fear. I think we're just doing this, trying to get off this Agadeem's next turn. Okay, that's not bad. So really what we want this turn is untap land, preferably red source. Never mind. They always have drowned into the story. Just hope they don't have a counter spell. Untap land. Untap land. Come on. Untap land. Try to bait out a counter here. Kinda hesitant to attack. They got the Wind Robber loops going. Jesus. Come on, like one time untap land. So stupid. I have 3 untapped lines. Like, just under 25%. They probably have a counter, but I can't play around that at this point. So Righteous, Archfiend, no counter one time? One time no counter? Okay. I got the mill going, but I'm gaining a lot of life. Guess they're trying to hold these for additional crabs. Gotta protect this at this point. What else do I have in my library? Another Righteous Valkyrie. Gains me 5. Crippling Fear would also be very good. Six, 10. They have Exacxies on the mill. Frickin' hell. Ah, da 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 da. I hate rogues. Yeah, we probably boarded wrong. Maybe we should have just boarded up extra cards. We're kind of a turn away from going off there. Alright, so decent, not great showing. The rogues, like the big thing with this deck is you could outgrind them in terms of like life gain. So there's some cool synergies with the deck. Never really got to do the showdown approach. These Vortex might be too optimistic, but I think it's like the same likelihood as you getting a showdown. You have 12 sources of red. The Valky probably could come out, and I would probably say play something with escape, like Cling to Dust. Just kind of slow them down that way. Or even, what might be better in this build is Sentinel's Eye. Just give you that value against the Rogues deck. Just a way to buff. Because a lot of times the 3 toughness, we weren't able to get enough power through. Like this being a 2-4, oftentimes, was a little bit difficult.